Welcome on in to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. I hope all is well. And I thank you for taking the time to look at this video. Check out my other two channels, the Tom Brand 1 and Tom Brand 1 Thoughts. Funny, I promise you. And I do want to do a video, WWE news, I guess. Paige released a statement that said that the rumors are false and that in fact she will be staying with the WWE. Now a lot of sites, a lot of people on YouTube were reporting that she hired lawyers, and a lot of people ran with it that she's hiring lawyers to get out of a contract with WWE. Do you believe it? Do you believe that the rumors are false? Who knows? They're all rumors. Only one person really knows. No one knows. I'm sure maybe when she does leave the company, if she ever does leave the company down the road, I'm sure she'll do a shoot interview and she'll tell the truth, or the truth will be told by released superstars and shoot interviews. Who knows? Who knows? One thing I do know is that Paige, and man, it's fucking pouring out. Take a look at the rain. No way I'm driving in that. But Paige, one thing I could relate, or one thing I could say, is Paige is still very young. Okay? I'm 35, going on 36. Those wild days are long gone. Long gone. And we all go through that stage where we tend to get a little bit out of control. And you got to remember, all this flack, boy crazy, what Paige seems to be, or what people say that she is, she's still young. Okay, she's still young. She goes through phases. She's only, 23, 24? She came here at a very young age, I believe, 18, 19 years old to the WWE. She's still very young, moving away, across the pond, into the U.S., just by herself, not knowing anyone. And she's still young in a new country and just being wild. That's what everyone does when they're young. So I don't think she's really different than each and every one of us that was young at one particular point. I think the WWE and what they said, and they didn't want her to be with Alberto Del Rio. Whether you believe that or not, that's another rumor too. But I think, part of the reason why they did this is because they have invested so much into her, bringing her over so young. And if you remember, she already was the Divas champion. She was given a run at so young. So they have a lot invested in her. They want to see her succeed. And they just see that the relationship, at least in their opinion, whether it's right or wrong, that the relationship with Alberto Del Rio is toxic. Listen, they are just simply protecting their investment. So I guess, when you work with a company and they invested so much in you, they have a right to, I guess, input their opinion to an extent. They want to see you succeed. Remember, she came across the pond to start a career here, and it seems that she has had too many distractions. They're just trying for her to be focused. Whether she listens to the advice, who knows? Whether she really wanted to stay with the WWE, who knows? Or is it more than just WWE did not want to let her out of the contract? Who knows? But one thing I know is that Paige is still young, and if she listens to the advice that I'm sure the girls like Natty want to give her, that she'll be long for this company and on the right path. Sometimes when you're wet between the ears, you don't want to take advice from other people. But older people, I think, the divas back there, like Natty, I think they generally care for her and they want her to succeed in the business. Gotta focus. When when Paige come back, who knows when it will be. Paige said that she's still healing from an injury. That's a suspension reason why she was suspended is because she didn't report in time. Not because of the substance, but because she didn't give the proper documentation in time. You want to believe it or not, that's your opinion, your choice. But I think there's still a lot of potential for her. But she's going to have to work her way back up now. At one point she was the diva, the women's wrestler, and then with people like Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch coming aboard. I think realistically, when Paige does get back in the ring, she's probably fourth in line. And she's going to have to work her tail off to get back, in the good graces. Paige getting flack, I don't think it's deserved. Or it's deserved to a point. But you got to remember, she's still young. And if she lets people speak to her, get in her head, that know what they're talking about, wisdom, that been around the business, I think she could be very successful in this company. Hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.